Okay, got TikTok. Facebook is started. I think YouTube has already started. Yep. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Balanced Millennial Monday. Let me split my screens real quick so I can get both views in this thing. Let's put this on the other side. And we got TikTok. All right, perfect. Welcome to the Balanced Millennial Mondays. I am Key, the Conscious Living Coach, and I help guide millennials out of survival mode and into a balanced lifestyle. So it is the last Monday of February. I feel like January lasted 3 months, and now the rest of the months are just flying by. So we are going to wrap up our topic for the month of February. We have been talking about heart chakras, balancing the heart chakra, and how the heart chakra impacts manifestation, your ability to attract the things you truly desire. So we are going to continue our discussion into that today. As always, thank you to everyone that is joining. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat so I can answer them for you live. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So, talk about the heart chakra again. The heart chakra is located at the center of your chest. The heart chakra is located at the center of your chest. So, I am really, really big on making sure that people know how to, my clients know how to balance their heart chakra. Because when you make sure that the center is balanced, it's easier to balance your upper chakras, which includes your throat, your third eye, your crown chakra, and it becomes easier to balance your lower chakras, so your root, your sacral. And it's really, really important that you understand also the power that your heart chakra holds when it comes to manifesting. We are about to enter the energetic new year, y'all. We're about to enter. I know we don't have the calendar new year. Of course, the calendar new year happens in January. The energetic new year happens in spring. So the reason why we have been focused on a reset for the entire Q1 is because I want you to prepare your body and prepare your spirit and prepare your energy to begin to attract the things that you desire. But it's hard for you to do that if you're still stressed out from Christmas, if you're still stressed out from Thanksgiving, if you're still in a backlog from work, from things that needed to be done in December, if you're still in a backlog from things that needed to be done in January. It's very, very, very hard for you to attract the things that you desire once that energetic new year comes, because you're still burned out. You're still repeating unhealthy cycles. You're still not prioritizing your needs, your wants. You're still not identifying your core values and making sure that your actions align with your core values. And so let's get into it. With the heart chakra, your heart chakra governs your ability to love, to show compassion, to experience harmonious connections with others. And so when your heart chakra is blocked, when your heart chakra is not open, when there's no space for love, compassion, positive experience to enter, what ends up happening is that you're blocking off the manifestations that you want. You're saying you want a brand new job that pays more. You're saying you want a new house. You're saying you want a new car. You're saying you want healthy relationships. You're saying all these things, but until you balance your heart chakra and until you make sure that your heart chakra is taken care of during this reset time, when that energetic new year comes, all that you're going to be doing is dealing with blockages. It's going to be blockage after blockage after blockage. You're going to be on the dating apps trying to find a partner that better aligns with who you are and where you're going in your life. But because your heart chakra is still blocked, what's going to be happening is that you're only going to be meeting people who can meet you at your level. So if you're trying to date with the black heart chakra, you're going to be also meeting people who have blocked heart chakras. And it's going to feel like punishment. It's going to feel like consequences. It's going to feel like you're being, like I said, punished for something. When that's not the case, it's not that you're being punished. It's just that you haven't done the necessary work to to balance and unblock your heart chakra, so that way you can truly, truly attract what you desire. You can truly, truly attract what your heart desires, and not what your parents want, not what your cousins want, not what your boss wants, not what everybody else society is telling you what you should want, but what you actually truly desire at your heart center. So when you're blocking this flow of energy, when you're not allowing this flow of energy through your heart chakra when you're not allowing that energy through your heart chakra to flow, what ends up happening is that manifestation that you did at the beginning of the year, because when y'all set New Year's resolutions in January, that's a manifestation. You're trying to manifest something. So what's happening is that resolution that you set in January is only it's you may be right here. The work that you've done have put you right here, but then your blocked heart chakra is keeping you right there at that point. You're not going to be able to go past here because that blocked heart chakra is keeping you stagnant and in that same spot. We've been talking over the month how to remove the blocked heart chakra. And if you're not on my email list, I definitely recommend joining my email list because they get all the details about how to do this work. So yeah, when that energy flow is blocked, when that energy flow has blockages in it, what ends up happening is that what you're trying to manifest is on the other side of the things you're scared to do. What you're trying to manifest is going to be on the other side of what you're scared to do. So maybe one of the things that you're scared to do is you're scared to go to therapy. You're scared to find a therapist. You're scared to put yourself out there and be vulnerable and be open. Since you're scared to do that, you're just going to keep repeating the same cycles. You're going to date the same guy over and over again. You're going to date the same woman over and over again. You're going to date the same people over and over and over again because the things that you're scared to do that will allow you to date people more aligned with where you're trying to go, you got to do it. You have to do it. I did a live on Saturday. I did a training on Saturday where I talked about all the things that you can do to unblock your heart chakra. I definitely advise you to watch that training. That training is live on YouTube, and that training is live in the Balanced Millennium Facebook group. So if you have not joined the Balanced Millennium Facebook group, make sure you join because all trainings, they get a free monthly training every single month. So Saturday was my free monthly training. So let's continue talking about the heart chakra. So again, it's associated with love, forgiveness, and healing. So what happens is that whatever space your heart chakra is in, whatever you're used to accepting, whatever you're used to dealing with, whatever boundaries that you are lacking in your personal life, in your professional life, whatever boundaries that you're lacking, that's going to shape your reality. That is going to shape your reality. So what's going to happen is that you're going to feel like a victim all the time. It's going to always feel like someone's doing you wrong. It's going to always feel like someone is not making you a priority because all they're doing is giving you a mirror. When that heart chakra when the energy is not able to flow through there, the experiences that you're having are just mirrors to you. It's just a mirror to show you areas in your life where you need to step up for yourself. So you end up holding resentment. You end up holding in anger. You end up holding grudges. You end up being upset and mad about these experiences. And because you're scared of being vulnerable, because you're scared of being open, because you're scared of someone hurting your feelings or saying something that you don't like or things like that, all you're doing is creating more energetic blockages. And it's disrupting the flow of love. It's disrupting the flow of positivity. So when you wake up in the morning, you already have an attitude, blocked heart chakra. If you get in traffic and every single thing that happens in traffic frustrates you, makes you mad, blocked heart chakra. If you're not able to show compassion to yourself when you make a mistake or compassion to someone else when they make a mistake, blocked heart chakra. So you have to start doing the daily work in order to open and balance that heart chakra. So meditation. Again, in my training, I showed you all some yoga poses that you can do that opens up your heart center, opens up your heart space. So do meditation. There's yoga, breath work. It said traffic calling me out. Yes, I am, because the road rage that I see sometimes, let me tell y'all, I was on the road the other day and I literally was laughing because it was so fucking petty. And so there's an 18-wheeler and then there's like one of the big Ford heavy duty trucks. And what happened was we were getting on 285. And if anybody knows, like going past Six Flags in Atlanta. So going past Six Flags to 285 is a hot fucking mess. And you know that you have to get over onto the lane way like miles, like 3 miles up the road in order to actually get onto the exit because it's that much of a hot mess. So we're on the exit like we did what we were supposed to do. We got back there miles ahead, but what ends up happening is that people will wait all the way to the end and then like jump over really quick, which of course is not safe. This truck did that. This truck did that in front of the 18-wheeler, like hopped in front of the 18-wheeler. Like they were behind me though. So I'm like watching in my rearview mirror. So truck hops in front of the 18-wheeler way down the road. They shouldn't have done that. And so I'm watching because I'm just like, hold on. I don't want y'all doing too much behind me. So when we actually get on 285, we get on 285, y'all, why that the 18-wheeler cuts the truck off on purpose. And you can see the truck hop in front of the 18-wheeler hop in front of the truck, like being petty, trying to get back at them for hopping in front of them. I'm like, y'all out here with all these damn heart chakra blockages because what? Somebody should have let that go. Like, even when the truck hopped in front of the 18-wheeler, like you're in this big ass machine. You let that go because what if he wasn't paying enough attention and now he done hopped in front of you and let it go. Yeah, let it go. If traffic, and I get it, like I work from home now because I literally can't handle traffic, can't deal with it. But you gotta let it go. You don't let your blocked heart chakra get you in a road rage incident because absolutely not. We ain't doing that right here. So yeah, it's not worth it. So again, we're talking about balancing the heart chakra and opening the heart chakra. So again, self-reflection. Self-reflection is such a big one. Text your friends. 285 is a nightmare. Anywhere. It doesn't matter where you get on 285 at. It's garbage. It's a hot mess. Like it's too much going on. But self-reflection. Text your friends and ask your friends what do they see you as? Like in your friend group. What do your friends see you as? Text your partner or the person you're dating and ask them, like, what do you, there are so many things I learned about myself just from asking people, like, what do you think about me? Like, what do you think about this? When I tell y'all, I have a Capricorn moon, and some other Capricorn placements. So I'm like a natural hard worker. I'm a natural, like, go-getter. Like, I'm a natural, like, I want what I want, so I'm gonna go get it. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I'm a spoiled brat. I'm the oldest. It just is what it is. And so I remember someone telling me before, they was like, oh, nothing gets in your way. I remember in college when we had a snowstorm and I had to withdraw from school. It's when I was at Georgia State. I had to withdraw from school because during the snowstorm it messed my car up. And I was like, I didn't feel like struggling going back and forth. I didn't feel like struggling going back and forth. I know, right? Don't it make sense that I'm a Capricorn moon? Anybody that knows me knows when I go icy, that's that Capricorn. But so I didn't feel like going through the hassle of like trying to figure out like how to get back and forth from school. My car had gave out on me during the snowstorm, but I withdrew that semester, and then I was back at it the next semester. Like, and they was like, oh, nothing stops you, nothing gets in your way, nothing blocks me from doing the things that I want to do. And I literally didn't see myself like that. Like when I was having those experiences, I was more so thinking like, damn, this is exhausting. Like I'm tired. It's always something. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Like that's how I felt during those experiences. But people on the outside looking in see me being like a problem solver. It's like I had a problem, wasn't able to get back. I wasn't able to get to and from school, and instead of me just being like, quit, I'll quit all this. I've never, instead of it being like a disaster, I just found a solution. Okay, I can't get to and from school this semester, so I'm going to withdraw this semester, and then I'll be back next semester. And it's funny too. I remember I was working at McDonald's at that time, and I remember that everybody was like, "Oh, you're not going to go back." I remember I said I was going to go back. I'm like, "Girl, I'm not you." No shade, but this ain't that. I always knew I wanted to be here in this position doing this work. There was never going to be a time where I just never went back. Even now, for my master's degree, I got 2 semesters left, and it's just internship and a test. And because I know how much energy that's going to take me, I just put it on pause. But I know sometime in my early 30s, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get my master's. And then somewhere around early 30s, I'm going to get my license, and I'll be a licensed professional counselor to add on to my certified coaching. So, hey, I feel like even being able to make decisions like that has a lot to do with a balanced heart chakra. It has a lot to do with understanding the flow of energy, because I didn't let it stop me. I didn't let any of those situations when I was in undergrad stop me from getting my degree. It just slowed me down. Like instead of graduating in 4 years, it took me 5. And I was like, that's fine, because that shit still happened. I still got it done. I still got that expensive ass piece of paper that it still ain't been framed. And I've had it for so long. But when you are doing that work, again, when you're doing a self-reflection and you're asking people about yourself, take it, allow it to be, hold on, let me hear. Allow it to be transformational for you in a way that just teaches you more about what other people think, and then compare that to what you actually think about yourself. Because for me, like I said, when someone told me that allowed me to change how I view situations. Because like I said, I was seeing this shit as like a disaster. Like, oh my God, like I can't believe all these things are happening. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Like I was seeing these experiences as a disaster. Whereas like somebody else was seeing it like you was handling the damn thing. And so like, damn, I'll probably be handling the damn thing. So that gives you more confidence too, to just reinforce some of your positive self beliefs that you don't even know that you have, that need to be reinforced by somebody else, and that helps open your heart chakra too. At the end of the day, people love hearing good things about themselves. People love hearing things about themselves that can make them a better person. Good people, that can make them a better person. So another point is you need to work on forgiveness. You need to work on forgiveness, y'all. And then, Canary, you gonna think this is funny because you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But y'all, swear, I had this friend in high school. I thought we was friends. Had this friend in high school. Thought we was friends. Learned after high school we was not friends. Did not know we were not friends until after. And I remember, like, her name has come up just like over the years. Randomly. And I'm not like somebody who's gossiping, so I'm not like, hey, Erica. I'm not like into gossip or nothing like that. But the name has come up, and I always feel the same way about this person. I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. That's how I feel every single time. But that's how I feel every single time. But no lie, y'all. I think I might have saw her at the gym. It was either her or someone that like looked like her. Not even looked like her, because I never actually looked at her, but we were so close I could feel the energy. So I was like, that seems like that's who that is. And I remember thinking like, anyways, oh well, like I went back into my work. I literally never looked at her because I'm so like past that shit. And I remember being in the bathroom and coming out the bathroom, and all I heard was, "You gotta forgive her." I was like, "Dang!" I remember texting my best friend, like, "I can't never just not fuck with a bitch. I can't never just like just not fool with somebody. I have to, like, because of the work that I do, because of the energetic work that I do. Spirit is always on me. Like, no, you have to be bigger. You have to do the right thing. You have to do the right thing." And I'm like, the right thing is forgiveness. I can't just like hold this and take it to the grave. But I cannot. And so I was told that I had to forgive. And that is a journey and process that I'm definitely open to and willing to go on, because even right now I want to manifest some new friendships. I want to manifest friendships just with other women who I can relate to more, with other women who are business owners, with other women who are just aligned with the path that I'm going in my life right now. And in order to do that, I have to forgive. So if forgiveness is a big blocker for you, forgiveness is part of one of the reasons why your heart chakra is blocked, then you just got to do the work to do it. You just got to do the work. And then forgiveness does, again, I'm really, really big on this. Forgiveness does not mean you have to forgive them and then like be buddy buddy with them or kiki with them or sit on the phone like now y'all best friends again, like, or anything like that. Forgiveness just means that when you see them in person, you ain't gonna beat their ass. That's all. When you see them in person, your immediate urge is not to whoop their ass. That is enough. Because that's all I got. That is enough. That is enough. That is enough. And it is. Yeah, because you would never do them like that. And I definitely, I'm glad you said that, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why forgiveness is so hard for people, because you've attributed traits to them that align with you but not them. So it's like you were loyal to them, you were honest with them, you were real with them, but they were not the same with you. So it's hard to forgive them because it's like, I would never do you like that. Like, I'd never lie on you like that. I'd never lie to you like that. I'd never talk behind your back like that. I'd never be that person to you. So it's like you have to recognize that in that process of forgiving somebody, you have to take yourself out of it completely in that case. You have to take out the comparison aspect of it, because you don't need to compare what you would have done in that situation, because you wouldn't have moved like that. So you don't have to compare yourself. All you have to say is that you can forgive them for being the person that they were to you because they disappointed you, and then leave it at that. Leave it at that. And this doesn't have to be like a face-to-face conversation. This doesn't have to be, you can write them a note. We're about out of full moon energy right now, but I would say at the next full moon, if it's like that deep, I would definitely write them a note. Like write down everything that you're feeling, fold it away from yourself during that full moon, burn that shit and let that shit go. Let it go, because there's no point in holding on to that. There's no point in holding on to that anger. And I'm somebody who, my biggest superpower is that you're never going to take me out of character. Like, you're never gonna, it's rare to see me out of character. Like, if I'm out of character, if I'm cussing, fussing, loud, doing all, if you see me like that, somebody done lost their goddamn mind. And I mean lost it. It's gone. Something has it's gone. It's gone. And so that's like one of my biggest superpowers, is that I don't allow anybody to take me out of character like that. So I feel like forgiveness is really big in that space, because you don't want to be around somebody that can upset you enough about a grudge from years ago, a grudge from high school, a grudge from college, and blah, blah, blah. You don't want to be so upset with somebody that if y'all are in person for whatever reason, like if you're passing by, if y'all are at the same event, if whatever the case may be, you never want to give somebody so much power in your life that you want to go to jail about it, or that you're willing to lose your job about it. I tell people all the time, my job does a background check every single month. On the first of every single month, I get a background check report. I'm not going to jail for nobody. I'm not losing my cool for nobody. I'm not losing my temper for nobody, because that short moment of being angry and being frustrated and acting out of a blocked heart chakra is gonna land you in jail. Now you got to pay probation. Then you got to pay court fees. So it's like, even when you're thinking about, when you're going through that path of forgiveness, think about all the cons. Think about all the things that can happen if you don't forgive this person. And I think that's what helped me too, because I'm not a fighter. Look at these nails. If I go back to my nail tech and my nails look crazy, she gonna have a problem. I am not a fighter. I'm not gonna fight. So the fact that there is someone on this planet that would make me want to fight is enough for me to forgive them. That's enough for me to be like, let me get my thought process right. Now, if we're in person, I you know what? I will say this too. I think it's really good, and I know I talked about this with one of my clients. Right, sitting pretty. I talked about this with one of my clients, where it was like, visualize yourself having certain experiences. So even if you're finding it hard to forgive somebody, maybe try visualizing that exchange. Like, visualize that exchange of energy where you are speaking to them and you are offering that forgiveness up to them. And then also understand that forgiveness does not have to go both ways. They could also be upset at you about certain things and certain experiences, because everybody has their version of events. So they could be upset with you and mad at you and still feel a way about you, but you could still forgive them and move on with your life. What they decide to hold on to is on them. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like Queen Block, and I will say what I have to say and then block somebody and move on my life. So it's like, sometimes that's just what you got to do. You have to say your part. You have to get it off your chest. You have to move on, and you have to just let it go. All right, our last point of the night. So, oh no, she loud. Last point of the night. So we're talking about the balanced heart chakra. Again, if you missed the training that I did on Saturday, the training is in the Balanced Millennial Facebook group, which I'm mad, y'all. because I didn't have the screen set up right. And so the training is in the Facebook group, but the slides didn't switch over. So I'm gonna host the training again. I'm gonna host the training again because the slides did flip through, and it was the presentation was nice, and I want y'all to see the whole presentation. So I'm gonna do that training again, just like as a bonus training in March, just because I didn't get my video the way that I want to get my video. But the training is there. The training is also on YouTube. I'm going to update the training on YouTube when I host it again in the Facebook group. I'm going to upload that recording and delete the other one because the YouTube recording doesn't have slides at all. I'm going to figure that out on how to stream to multiple. We're going to figure that out. But again, talking about the balanced heart chakra and talking about the things that you can do to balance your heart chakra and to open your heart chakra, especially as we are going into the energetic new year. The reason why I'm emphasizing this is because for Q1, we are focused on a reset. Because when you enter that energetic new year, I want you to enter it with an open heart space, with an open heart chakra, because then again, that's when you are going to be able to manifest what you truly, truly want. A lot of y'all are manifesting from places of despair, from places of defeat. You're manifesting from places of lack. You're manifesting from places of fear. You're manifesting from places of control. You're manifesting from a blocked heart center, and that is making it to where the things that you are attracting aren't actually what you want. Like you're saying all day long, you want this 6'2" fine Trevante Rose looking thing. We ain't gonna get on that movie though. But you say you want this Trevante Rose looking thing, right? But because you're so hyper focused on what this person looks like, you didn't add to that manifestation how they act, how they treat you, how they treat others, how they treat their kids, how they treat their mother. When you're manifesting, you have to be very, very, very specific, and that's why you have to manifest from an open heart space, because a blocked heart chakra is only going to focus on the physical. It's only going to focus on what this person can do for you. It's only going to focus on what that person can make you feel. But you have to start focusing on what you actually desire. Like what do you want this man to do for you? Like, do you want him to take you on dates? What kind of dates do you want him to take you on? Do you want him to get you flowers? What kind of flowers do you want him to get you? Do you want him to is he going to be coming into like a step parent role? Does he have kids? How connected is he with his kids? And how often does he see his kids? So it's like you have to be more specific than just an appearance. You have to be more specific than just the outwardly things that you see. Even if you're manifesting a new job, you got to go deeper than just what that job what the job is and how much the job pays. You need to be talking about how that job makes you feel every day. You need to be talking about the long-term investment for the job. I remember when I manifested my job last year, one of my big investments was that the job gives me the time, energy, and money to invest in my business and other outside work things, because I've worked all the jobs where I can pay my bills. I've never not been able to pay bills, but it's like I want to do more than that with my job. I want my job to be able to do more than just pay my bills. It needs to be able to make investments in my business. It needs to be able to help me travel. It needs to be able to, I need to be able to take time off and it not be a conflict. Because even in my job now, I have unlimited PTO. I took PTO this week. We were off on Monday. I took Tuesday off too. So it's like you want to be real specific about these things that you're desiring, especially as we enter the energetic new year. But you won't know what those things are unless you're working from an open and balanced heart chakra. Again, that's going to help you become magnetic to positive energy, to positive opportunities, to forward moving experiences. And that looks different for everybody. I know, Canary, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. I know with Canario, I love, like last year, she was outside. She was outside, like at the anime festivals, at did you go to a wine festival last year? I know I went to a wine festival last year. But she was outside last year, and that's not something she was willing to do or able to do before. But it's like once you start getting real specific about the experiences that you want to have, you'll start attracting them. You just have to be specific, because you will start attracting them. Mimosa Festival, yeah. Because I went to Mimosa Festival, but I did the nighttime one on a Saturday. Yeah, I'm so short break. I'm so ready to be outside. I don't know about y'all, but I am a sad girly, so I like experience depression in the wintertime because I don't be outside. And I'm an outside earth, barefoot in the grass type of woman. And so I think my first outside event is gonna be in May, because I'm also about to move soon. So I'm like also still heavily focused on that. So I'm about to move soon. So my first outside event is in May, and it's like a locked event. Even though the event says you don't have to have locks, so I was like, what was the point of calling it a locked event? But hey, it's cool. It's a Black event outside in Douglasville. I live in Douglasville. And when I tell you, I'm so happy with how Douglasville is growing, because I gave up on Atlanta. I'm not going to Atlanta. Don't invite me to Atlanta. My heart said no. I am not dealing with Atlanta. I do not go to Atlanta for real. Like, I'll go every once in a while if it makes sense. Like, if I know there's a parking deck right next to the building, I'm in there. If I know there's like basically, if I know that I can park without a hassle, I'm cool. Like, I'll go. But most places that like people are having certain events at, the parking is a hot mess. Like, it's too stressful. You got to park and walk too far. I'm just not for it. So I have been like no to Atlanta events, but Douglasville has been having like crazy events. I'm actually part of the Douglasville Chamber too. So I go and like I go to business events in Douglasville. I'm loving it. Like, I do. Like, I'm telling you, I love this, because to be able to just like go down the road and then where I live in Douglasville, I'm in the center. So I can go to Atlanta or I can go towards like Villa Rica, Carrollton with like no problem. It's so easy. And I'm just like, thank you, Douglasville. They need to put me in a commercial, because yes, thank you for the growth, because I was sick of Atlanta. So, and that comes from me having an open and balanced heart chakra, because I know how frustrated and annoyed and stressed out I get going through Atlanta traffic and then trying to park and trying to find wherever the event is, because sometimes that's not always clear. So then I got to find. I don't have none of them problems in Douglasville. I just show up to the event and have a good time. Okay. So to wrap this up. So again, we are focused on forgiving. We're focused on having a compassionate mindset. We're focused on aligning ourselves with with the universe's energy that supports what we actually want. So again, work on balancing your heart chakra, work on opening your heart space. And if you need help doing that, please join the Balanced Millennial on Facebook, so that way you can view the training that I just did on Saturday. It's also on YouTube. YouTube is Keandra Ware. Facebook is the Balanced Millennial. So it is on both of those platforms. Please watch that training. That training has so much good information about how to balance your heart chakra. Because again, it's essential. It's essential. It's essential. It is a key to remember that the energy that you are giving out to the universe is only being mirrored back to you. So the experiences that you're attracting are the experiences that you are putting out. So make sure you're nurturing your heart space. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're forgiving people for their mishaps and their mistakes. People can only show up for you as much as they show up for themselves. So you have to keep that in mind too when you're talking about forgiveness. So sometimes people get frustrated because what you'll realize is that if you take care of yourself better than the people around you, if you take care of yourself better than the people around you, like if they're not taking care of themselves on the same level as you take care of yourself, you're probably going to feel frustrated or disappointed a lot, because they don't have the capacity to be there for you as much as you're there for yourself, solely because they're not there for their self enough. So that is a part of even having that open heart space and balanced heart space too, is understanding that concept and idea, and also connecting with people who are aligned with that, connecting with people who make themselves a priority, because they can't make you a priority if you're not a priority. Connecting with people who have the same values and morals as you. If you know that you're not into sneaky behavior, weird behavior, then don't hang around people who are, because you're just going to attract that energy by being in that energy. So make sure that you are really, really focused on your own heart chakra, forgiving people, and letting things go so that way you can attract the abundance. A lot of times your abundance is right on the other side of forgiveness, because you've been holding on so tight to that lack. Oh, people aren't honest enough. That's lack. People always lying. That's lack. People, I can't ever depend on nobody. That's lack. You're holding on so tight to those lack belief sets about relationships that you are not able to manifest the relationships that you actually desire, because there are people that are looking for you. There are people that are looking for you. There are people that are on the same energetic wavelength as you, and they're looking for you and they want to connect with you, but they can't do that until you align with them by forgiving and by showing compassion and by being kind and by treating yourself well and treating others well, so the way they can treat you well, so the way you can treat them well. And then it becomes a cycle of people treating each other very well. So I want to thank y'all for joining me on this Balanced Millennial Monday. Again, as we wrap up February, y'all, we're about to enter March. We're also about to enter the energetic new year. So make sure you are taking the steps necessary so that way when this energetic new year kicks off, you can attract what you want. You can attract your true desires. So don't be surprised when y'all see shit popping off in March and in April that you didn't see popping off before. Don't be surprised, because I already said it. I already gave y'all the steps. Also, I am still accepting clients for the Balanced Millennial for the Balancing Act. Again, the Balancing Act is a 3-phase journey that I'll guide millennials through, that guides them out of survival mode and into a balanced lifestyle. We are standing on business, so we're talking about core values. We are reclaiming your time, so we're talking about mindful time management. And we're going to create new habits, so the people around you and yourself are not even going to know who you are, because you're going to have such better, healthier new habits. So if you're interested in joining the Balance and Act, I am accepting 3 clients. DM me the word balance and let's talk about it. Let's see if we can get on a call, so that way I can see if I can help you and guide you out of survival mode as well. Thank y'all for joining me, and I will see y'all next Monday. Bye, y'all. Bye.